stop without getting no Waffle House. You know what I mean? Let's show y'all mad ass. Oh yeah. We just got here, Tampa, Florida. It's a long ass drive. And I had to deal with Matt. Entire ride. Y'all don't know what it's like for me. So it's been a full time creative. We got grandson, big son, Travis. It's a bunch of names, man. But we're getting ready to play. We're a little tired, but we don't have to wake up and get to it. You know what I mean? Like coming up to try. That's it. We'll do it.
Cheers in the chat.
No battery, quick charge.
What's up? What's up, thing, dude? How you doing?
No battery, quick charge. Bluetooth mode. And no battery.
too. Thank you.
Good morning, vlog. It's Friday. Friday fun day. Jackie, say hi.
Hi.
Happy Friday fun day.
Yeah.
Started with a
How about off?
I'm Gabby, not started. I'm sure.
Bongle, dingle dangle, yickety doo, yickety da, ping pong, lippy tappy doo ta.
All right, speaking of that beautiful weather, if a place is dubbed Insta-worthy, Aubrey Jackson's here to tell us what that means and why that's important.
Yeah, and also too, it can draw a lot of attention.
Well, all the historical sites are definitely places you could put on your social media.
The top 3 Insta-worthy spots in town.
Yeah, right there. I think it's because it's unique and it's not anywhere else in Tampa. I think people see in other cities, and Tampa's now starting to pick up on, what makes it Instagrammable.
Kira Andrews is the founder of This Bay East, a blog highlighting all things Tampa Bay, and recently published an article about the most Instagrammable places in town.
Leaving New York City to move to Tampa, Florida.
I recently made the move from New York City to Florida, and it's been such an emotional journey. In case you missed it, I explain everything in my life update video, so I'll have that linked below. But let's go to the moving vlog. Moving day 1, we're painting inspiration is helping me.
On my weekend off.
We're just trying to get this done. So when we moved in, we painted it beige, and the kitchen is
Doesn't seem
green.
like she wanted to help.
So the landlord requires us to paint it back to white when we move out, so that's what we're doing. And otherwise they were like, or we'll charge you around $1,200. So I was like, we'll just do it.
$1,200 and they get it to be
Call
done
me and just do it.
cheaper price than popular.
As you can see, I already spilled paint all over myself, but that's what we're doing. Time to go through everything. Shoes I'm never gonna wear again. Halloween costume from 2014. Alright, so here's all my stuff to donate. I have a bag of clothes, some shoes, books, mug. Yeah, my room is a complete disaster right now, but I already got rid of a lot of books and a little shelf that was right there. And then I sold my mirror on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm gonna keep these 3. I'm gonna keep these, and then I have to get rid of my curtains. But yeah, there's this free little market in my neighborhood where you can just drop off your stuff for free, so I'm gonna do that today. So I just dropped off my stuff at that little free market thing. It's so nice that my neighborhood has that, but it's just this area where you can drop off things to donate. Anyone can come by and pick it up, and they're on the street. So I dropped it off, and then I was walking in this beautiful little area that I've never been to, and we've seen these really beautiful homes. This is the current disastrous situation of my room. Pretty much everything that I'm trying to pack up to bring with me is here, and then I still need to get rid of my desk, my bookshelf, my bed, and dresser. And I was able to narrow down my book collection to these 3 boxes. So that's good. So yeah, it's getting there.
Welcome to Tampa.
Kind of like take these last steps of moving out because I knew how hard it would be to see my room just like, wow, it's real, I'm really leaving New York.
Get thumbs up in the chat. Appreciate the thumbs up and the hearts.
Last time together in this apartment. Oh, so emotional. She brought me cookies and wine.
You have to have at least one last glass of wine with your friends before they depart. That's like your rule. I don't make it up. No, I don't make the rules. But you know what? That's just the type of friend I am, that if we're leaving and it's your last night and we're together, we're drinking wine.
Alright.
Whether you're contemplating a move, planning a visit, or
What?
IRS e-file is now open. Snap your W-2 and file your taxes 100% free. Plus, get your biggest...
Time's running out for TikTok here in the U.S. ahead of a ban that is set to go into effect on Saturday.
But could Amazon's last-minute bid save the popular platform? Fox 9's Richard Jacobus explains.
It's another looming deadline for TikTok. Just months after President Trump gave the social media app a reprieve from being banned in the U.S. over national security concerns, its 75-day extension is almost up. Now, with the shutdown looming once again, a potential new buyer has emerged.
I think Amazon is 100% serious. I think Amazon sees this as maybe the only amazing add to what they currently have.
Yes, Amazon, the e-commerce company, reportedly submitted a bid to the White House to purchase TikTok from its Chinese-based company, ByteDance.
Both TikTok and Amazon have huge New York offices. They both have thousands of employees here. And it just goes to, I think, show a lot about the strength of the New York tech ecosystem.
Tech experts say this makes sense for Amazon despite the April 5th deadline because Amazon tried its hand at a now shuttered short-form video service following the success of TikTok. Last summer, the two companies formed a partnership that allowed TikTok users to link their accounts with Amazon so you can make purchases to items being sold without ever leaving the app.
But when it comes to content creators, they are using, for the most part, the TikTok shop. If someone wants to talk about Amazon, you can link out to them, but it's not as seamless in terms of the shopping experience. So I think if Amazon won, it would be a seismic impact in terms of social shopping.
Having TikTok could be the final stone in their monument.
In a press conference on reciprocal tariffs, President Trump did not mention TikTok. He has until Saturday to find a buyer. But the president could extend that deadline again. However, Congress says that TikTok is still a threat to our national security until China is no longer involved. Rich Giddins, Fox 5 News.
I'd buy it. I'll buy TikTok. Buy YouTube. Thank you. Tiny home.
Football team experienced a major
Oh no, damn. Not the bong water kid.
Douchebags, you pay, I play. Douchebags, you pay, I play.
The online gamer.
I'm gonna hide gameplay until you send me my care package. Lag. 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 $9? That's it? You fucking team killers. I'm dropping a nuke. Stream done.
Aaron,
Speaking of team killers, what do you want, Ted?
just checking if you're all good.
Oh my god, Grandma! Yes, I'm fucking good! Like I need some level 1 baby dick covering my sticks anyway.
Do you know what's happening in the world?
Oh Christ, here it comes. How about you stop dropping airstrikes on my goddamn life every fucking day, alright? Your aim sucks and you missed. Because my life is fucking beast!
You're homeless.
You're dickless. I have over 2,000 followers that give me support kilos of cash every time I stream. I play COD 24/7. I don't pay rent or bills like a bitch. And my KD is bigger than a Juggernaut's minigun. It's fucking huge!
So you're like living the dream?
Did you bring me a stim shot, or did you come into this lobby just to breathe into your mic?
I brought you a hot meal as usual.
Alpha secured!
I just want to make sure you knew about this quarantine that's going on.
Oh my god, stop with the tutorial, dickwad. I'm not a fucking noob. I know how to pack up my shit and go perk the cops.
Aaron, there's a sick.
Oh
niggas talk more than bitches, niggas really be on cock though. Just fucked a hoe out in France, paint her face like Picasso. I iced out my vatos, I'm really a big ass beamer, big bands on my Bentley next. Don't play around on my phone, hoe, give me sex, watch on my wrist, other day.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Sitting in the light. I feel the rock.
Whether you're contemplating a
shit, right now, like, for real, I think gonna be real lucrative for us in the state of Florida is gonna be legal marijuana once they really, like, legalize it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could get your license, bro, you and sell them just to the dispensary, whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta know, like, shit, they legalize that shit here, we gonna be like a baby Cali.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually, it might end up being bigger than Cali, right?
Yeah.
Honest.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that, cause like, we don't got that out.
Well, Cali is too fucking big.
See, one thing about Cali, like, they can throw that girl out, like, you know?
Yeah.
We don't get that in Florida, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta imagine, in the wintertime in Miami, it's still 70, 80, 90 degrees. You know what I mean? So, we'll never be able to fuck with them for real, but.
You had a shoot out in Cali?
Yeah, I shot, that's why I did that, the video for the intro to the trap shit, see? Shit, right now, like, for real, I think gonna be real lucrative for us in the state of Florida is gonna be legal marijuana once they.
Uber Eats is delivering more deals so you can watch more basketball. Right now, get buy one, get one 6-piece chicken mix.
Hey guys, Montel here, and thanks so much for tuning in to this edition of Let's Be Blunt with Montel. I am so psyched and excited to have the guest that we have with us today. She's the cannabis.
Hey humans, it's Trish, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how you can work in the cannabis industry in the state of Florida, and I'm going to be doing a move goal review. What? So let's dig right into the video. As you can see, I have a lot of resin art laid out on the table. No, this is not right. Hey humans, it's Trish, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can
I am a huge fan. I so admire your work and what. Yes.
When one underdog story isn't enough, choose up to 4 college basketball games to watch live at the same time and never miss a buzzer beater. With YouTube TV, turn the podcast anytime.
Who is in full control of Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania?
Because Rollins did not buy in. That reminded Cody, this is his moment. This stage belongs to Seth freaking Rollins. Here comes the stomp. Good night, sweet prince. Ready to earn his WrestleMania moment? No! Down to the roll-up, nope!
Second time, Rhodes out of the way.
Cody wants crossroads again. Rollins counters again. Near fall for Seth freaking Rollins. Rhodes. Rhodes. That's it. Hook in the leg. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, kick out.
Seth freaking Rollins will not be denied at WrestleMania. How close can you cut it milliseconds away?
Cody Rhodes just fired his best shot at Seth Rollins.
You're absolutely right, Byron. Cody reaching deep into his quiver. The arrow found a mark. Crossroads on Rollins. But this one is not over just yet.
One more risk, one more move. And the playbook, the offensive playbook of Cody Rhodes.
Rollins in time to take the legs out right from under him. How do these two superstars have anything left in the tank? Because it's WrestleMania, Jimmy. Seth freaking Rollins has worked his entire life. Cody Rhodes was born for this, literally. It does not get any bigger than this match at this moment for these two superstars.
Very good grace with these two superstars. Rhodes able to elbow Rollins off, and now Cody Rhodes Rhodes. Oh, Lord. First on the rope. Maybe not.
Okay, you're good to go.
Internet de 100% fibra. Es todo lo que necesito para mi simulador de golf.
O una oficina en casa.
Obtén la mejora con la que tú y tus dispositivos sueñan. Cámbiate a Frontier Fiber. Precios desde $29.99 al mes.
You gotta be kidding me. You got to be kidding me.
What's it gonna take? Seth Rollins delivering an inverted superplex from the very top rope. Face first goes Cody. Rollins would finish off with this. Hook both legs. But we used the word undeniable in reference to Cody Rhodes earlier. Cody reminding the WWE Universe exactly why that is. And to win, Seth freaking Rollins has to be unrelenting.
Cody Rhodes, the same question Rhodes had asked himself earlier. What more can I do to Seth Rollins? Perhaps Rollins to ask himself the same question.
Yeah, but Seth Rollins always can tell himself, I need to be more ruthless. That's exactly what he's doing.
Hey.
Rollins surveying the city.
What's up, y'all?
AT&T Stadium. The visionary making the climb to the top rope. Could it be Rollins feeling a hint of desperation?
Rollins thinking home run on the
That's better.
stage.
Oh, nobody home move just in time for Cody Rhodes. Rollins rolls through the Phoenix Splash. Double underhook. Here comes the pedigree.
No, Rhodes has other plans.
Uh-oh, no way. Double leg by Rollins. Finish down. Just enough for Cody Rhodes. Raging his way out. Exhaustion beginning to play a factor.
Rhodes still holding out. Rhodes gonna try again. Oh, come on.
Oh! Powerbomb by Cody Rhodes. A Cody Rhodes who can barely take a full breath right now.
Eyeing up Seth Rollins, stalking Rollins.
Oh!
Cody cover!
Cover 1, 2, 3.
Oh, kicks out again. Out of the second Cody cutter.
Seth freaking Rollins is
Got a lot of fighting in my seat.
the return of Cody Rhodes. Tremendous athleticism by the American Nightmare, driving Seth face first. But perhaps tonight on this stage, it's Rollins who is undeniable. Cody can barely stand.
I reiterate my earlier question. Maybe that was the best shot that Cody Rhodes has had to fire in this match.
But how many times can the WWE Universe ask themselves that? What was the best shot? What more can these superstars do?
Time to find out.
There it goes. Pedigree! That is it. 1, 2, right.
Unreal. Unreal.
Everything about this situation, this match, this scenario has been surreal, including this. Rollins utilizing the pedigree, and Cody Rhodes escaping at 2 9/10. Milliseconds away, the last 4 covers. Unbelievable.
Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes have to be absolute respect.
Who has that last effort to give, that last move, the last cover, a little bit more energy, that's the question now. We talked about technique, talked about the aggression of both of these superstars, all the moves they have. That's not what this has come down to. This is a fight. This is about pride. This is about success on the grandest stage of them all, and who wants it more? Trading rights. Cody Rhodes now with the upper hand. Rhodes is looking up to the line who wants it more. Rollins answering with a kick to the injured ribs. Just when Cody started to build momentum, Rollins shuts him down. Seth freaking Rollins with Kiwana-style kicks to the face of Rhodes. Rolling elbow. This has got to be it for Cody Rhodes.
Not for Cody Rhodes. Not today.
Rollins can taste that the end is near for Cody Rhodes. Congratulations to wait. Not again! Yes! Crossroads for a second time. And Cody's holding on. Cody's holding on. Will it be 2 in a row? Yes! Okay. This is insurance. This is Cody Rhodes making
Yeah, Cody Rhodes, I put him away.
Rollins is done. Baby boy. Oh, gosh, the punch. Oh, bionic elbow. Like the American dream. Looking up, knowing his dad is looking down. And now, for a third time, Crossroads. 1, 2, 3. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. What an incredibly hard-fought victory for Cody Rhodes, 6 years away. Welcome back.
COVID-19.
Speculation manifested themselves into reality and manifested themselves into a victory for Cody Rhodes over Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
Whoa.
This April, Las Vegas has never had a show like this. What happens here becomes legendary.
Yeah. WrestleMania, April 19th. Thumbs up in the chat if you're going. If you're going, double thumbs up. But if you're gonna be watching, thumbs up.
Is a triple threat match.
Alright, we got, because I seen these matches yesterday. I need to find a new. I saw WrestleMania. WCW.
With over 20 years of trust and excellence in home services, experience the Red Cap commitment for yourself.
Oh, great teamwork by Harley. See, he got distracted. He should have never turned his attention to the man on the apron, right? Well, that's an experience right there. Compared to Harley. Oh, chest first to the safety steel rail on the near side. Introduced him to the steel rail. And the complexion of this match, which had been until this point a great wrestling match, has changed.
If the Eagles actually trade out in the first round, my only request is this.
What's your request if we trade out the first round? If the Eagles trade out. I don't know what the Bucks are gonna do this year. Baker was balling last year, huh?
If the Eagles actually trade out of the first round, then I need them to do and get this one thing in order for me to get behind it. Otherwise, I'm going to tell you exactly who I'm taking today in this video. Now, before we get into the Eagle stuff, we got to look at this because this is
I wonder what the Bucks are doing.
breaking The Pound Patriots are trading quarterback Joe Milton III to the Pound Cowboys. Multiple sources tell at NFL on Fox. Let me tell you this. If the Dallas Cowboys fans thought they had a quarterback, controversy and people calling for a quarterback to come in with Trey Lance, you just watch with Joe Milton. Joe Milton actually has talent. He actually has some talent. And if he goes to the right team and is developed by the right people, I think he could actually play in this league. And now the Cowboys got him. What's going to happen when Dak Prescott goes out there and chokes a game, puts up one of his beautiful, epic interceptions in a crunch time, in prime time? People are going to start calling.
Go, Bucks, go.
I think Cowboys fans, I think they're in for a rude awakening this year. I think they're going to be hurting this year when I think their team's going to be a disaster. I'm just saying, just keeping it real. I think Cowboys finish probably third place, possibly last place, because the Giants are too stupid to rebuild the right way, and they're going to actually win too many games this year. And when I say too many, I mean like 6, 7, and I think the Cowboys win somewhere around 8, 9 maybe, if they're lucky. But who cares? I think this was a hilarious trade. If the Eagles would have traded for Milton, that would have made way more sense because there's no controversy no matter what. But people are getting fed up with Dak and all the losing in Dallas. We'll see.
Is that what they say? They're tired of the losing.
It's going to do damage control.
They seem to be buying all the stuff still.
Now, here's what I want to say. The one thing I don't expect the Eagles to do out of every possible scenario in the draft is to stay at 32. I think that's the most unlikely scenario. I think the most likely scenario is the Eagles are going to go up in the draft and get their guy. Who's the guy? That's the question. But what if the Eagles trade out of the first round? What is an acceptable return for you? Because to me, I'm going to tell you, well, actually, let me show you this. Because ESPN did a mock draft with trades and stuff. And this is what they had the Eagles doing. I thought this was very interesting.
Robinhood Gold can unlock your money's potential.
Do the Bucks play the Eagles this year?
And get a 4% APY on uninvested cash. Earn a 3% match on qualifying retirement contributions. Plus, feel secure that your cash is FDIC insured. Up to $2.5 million with partner banks. It's your turn to transform your finances. Join Robinhood Gold now for just $5 a month and get the first 30 days free.
Through HIMS, hundreds of thousands of guys have found help for their ED. Here's one. I'm Ham. At HIMS.com, he got doctor-trusted treatment for ED prescribed 100% online and delivered right to his door. I'm Ham. Start feeling like him today at HIMS.com.
2025 NFL mock draft with all trades, deals for round 1 picks. So they have the Eagles traded out of the first pick in the draft, okay? And in return, the Eagles get this. The Eagles get a second round pick, number 51, a 2026 first round pick from the Broncos, and the Broncos get the 32nd pick and a third round pick, 96. Now, they go on to say the Eagles have been paid handsomely for their willingness to be patient in the past. They had a similar move with the Saints in 2022, adding draft capital while swapping the 16th pick for a future first rounder. The Saints pick in 2023 was better when the Phillies shipped off the line. The Eagles move up to number 10 to select Jalen Carter. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, my point is this. This is the first draft, or mock draft that I've ever seen, or at least this year, that I'd say I would do this. I would consider this. If the Eagles made this move and I trade, I would be okay with it. Here's why. If the Eagles are going to go out in the first round, then to me, okay, they've got to come away with the first round pick next year. I don't mind trading out in the first round, but I can't do it for like a second and a fifth or second and a fourth. I need a future first round pick. So I need a 2026 first round pick. You get me a first round pick next year, I'll consider doing it. Now, of course, I would want something else for this year, so maybe a late second, early third, but I need that 2026 first round pick. And depending upon what team it is, I may want it even more because there are just some teams that aren't going to be that good. Now, with the Broncos, you know, they could be pretty decent, so it could be in the second half of the first round. But if you still have two second and first round picks, like the Eagles will next year, you can move up and get somebody you really want. So I would consider it. The only way I would trade out of that first round pick is I got to come away with a first round pick in 2026. So I essentially have two first round picks in 2026. Otherwise, I'm not interested in doing it. I'm going to go up. I'm going to trade up. And the question is that I keep being asked, who am I taking in this draft? Well, if the draft falls the way we expect it to, where a guy like Tyler Warren is off the board, okay, and not in range for the Eagles to really be able to trade up and get him, the pick that I'm making, the guy I'm taking, and I'm probably trading up for him, the guy I'm taking is Nick Amendola. That would be my pick. Nick Amendola. Now, that's my personal opinion. I like Nick Amendola as the best safety. However, if they took Malachi Starks, I would not mind as well. I think it's arguably safe to say that the Eagles could feel Malachi Starks is a better fit for them and for what they want. Some people look at
Tampa Bay.
and the Warrior and look at him being 220 pounds and think, you know, he's more of a strong type safety, the old strong type safety. Going to have problems in coverage, things like that. I don't believe so. I believe he's so athletic. I don't think he's going to have a problem covering, and I think he's a guy that will be down. He will be on the field at all times. All right. Now, one of the arguments against Malachi Starks has been this whole RAS score, right? The relative athletic score. I couldn't find his actual score, but we do know that it wasn't that great. And I only bring it up because a lot of people say that the Eagles care about this whole test. Okay, I'm not sure how much I buy that, but that's what people say. Well, if that's true, and you look at Nick Amendola's RAS score, it's perfect. It's perfect. Nick, Georgia, I can't pronounce the names. I'm not even going to try. Combine winner, South Carolina safety Nick Amendola. He delivered one of the most athletic performances in combine history. This is true. He netted a perfect 10.0 relative athletic score, a rare feat that marks him as a potential first-round pick. All right, he scored perfect on it. The guy's fast. The guy is big. He reminds me of Derwin James. So people ask me, who am I taking? I'm taking Nick Amendola. Now, if the Eagles take Malachi Starks, I have no issue. Okay, like none. Like I have Nick and I have Malachi. All right, I don't have them far off. But Nick is such a great athlete, and I think he can do everything. And I think he can play on the field, be on the field no matter what. And he's a great tackler too. I think
they're gonna save. They're gonna save. Let's see what the Bucks might be doing.
Malachi Starks, I think he's more of a coverage.
At Metro, get $25 in line for 4 lines, plus 4 free Samsung Galaxy A15 5G phones. It's easy. No ID required, no activation fee. Visit a store, go online, or call. Only at Metro.
First one gave Tampa Bay a first. 3rd and 6. Mayfield. Pocket collapsing late, but he finds his favorite target, Mike Evans. First down out of bounds at the Washington 21-yard line.
It's just going to be fun to watch Mike Evans in this offense. And this is a great throw. You clear it out down through. You can see the player running through there. That leaves that outside of the field opened up. He beats Quan Martin to the outside.
Great throw.
He's being able to beat these big guys quickly because he is so athletic.
2nd and 14. Mayfield back to the air. Drops it in on the sidelines to Trey Palmer.
Kind of comfortable in this offense. Number 10 on the inside. You see him come off the line of scrimmage first. Kind of gets dropped in coverage. You're trying to get that outside corner to drop and cover that. But it looked like there was a little bit of confusion on who had Trey Palmer as he went deep off that tight line.
Mayfield looks left all the way. Single coverage. What a catch! Mike Giddins fighting.
Corner couldn't even say nothing. That was just good. Good football.
Who is just so good. I mean, Benjamin St. Juice plays this perfectly. Physical off the release. A lot of hand checking.
Physical dude.
Perfect throw by Baker Mayfield. Perfect throw. Late hands by Mike Evans. That's just great football on the outside.
1st and goal from the 4. Mayfield to the end zone. Godwin stretches it across for the touchdown.
Have your radar up. I mean, here they are right next to each other, right? Watch the run through by Mike Evans. And he does a really good job acting right there. You impact.
Mayfield 20 of 26 for 224 yards. Mayfield with pressure up the middle, floating it out. He's got him wide open. It's Jalen McMillan. His first catch. His first touchdown. The rookie on the board from 32 yards out. Baker Mayfield on the drive. This one.
Baker, touchdown maker.
Jalen McMillan, who tastes the end zone for the first time. Mayfield to the air, to the end zone, to Evans for the touchdown. His 2nd touchdown grab of the day. The 4th touchdown for Baker Mayfield.
Coming from the inside, you can see him matched up right here. And again, this is thrown to the back, to the back side, underneath. Again, it's pretty good coverage by Benjamin St. Juice. He's just had the tough duty of guarding Mike Evans today. Yeah.
2nd and 9. Clean pocket. Godwin with the pluck.
And
Chris Godwin down at the Tampa Bay 49 in the arms of former Buck Carlton Davis.
There's Chris Godwin up there at the top of your screen. Working in that dual release, you wonder if that was a little bit of a mistake by Jalen McMillan, because you've got 2 guys right in that same spot. So did they get lucky right there? Well, the Rams did not run it. And I think that's one of the things that Liam Cohen has to decide today.
Baker Mayfield in trouble again, able to get free. Baker on the run. He's got a first down across the 40-yard line.
Was something that Liam Cohen was not aware he was this good at. That is fantastic right there. That first player that came through, I think it was Makai Wingo, and just a little sidestep.
On 3rd and 10, here comes the pass rush. Mayfield steps up, throws on the run, and he finds his favorite 3rd down target, Chris Godwin.
Really good job by Baker Mayfield, feeling that pressure. It's coming in from his left. He has the ability to step up to his right and extend that play a little bit. And there's your security blanket right there, Chris Godwin. And he's kind of back in that role and has a lot more opportunity.
On 1st down, Mayfield looking down the sideline. He's got Godwin again inside the 10, and he'll walk it in for a Tampa touchdown.
Tampa. Big.
throw here with Hurts. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Shot. Past the 40.
You want to talk about it?
My mom wants us to leave it.
Alright, breaking ball news, and the Dallas Cowboys still stink. But that's not breaking news. We've known that forever. The breaking news, however, unfortunately happens right before I'm about to upload. However, it does fit part of what we're going to talk about today. So, Dave Zagara was saying this. The Eagles are bringing back offensive lineman Matt Pryor on a 1-year deal. A league source confirms the report from Jeff McClain. Pryor, 30, was an Eagles draft pick in 2018 and has played in 92 NFL games with 39 starts. We remember Matt Pryor. He can play multiple positions, and obviously the Eagles are worried about the depth of the offensive line. Pryor may not even end up making the 53-man roster when it's said and done. However, it does show you with them bringing him in, the guys they brought in for visits, offensive line is definitely got to get better depth-wise. Now, let's start this video. If Dallas Goedert is going to get traded anywhere, it looks like it could be the Chargers. Dallas still stinks. You might do it, kick it back here. What an interesting time of year. You got the Giants trying to win games and save their GM's life. You got the Commanders thinking that they've arrived. And then you got the Dallas Cowboys who are about to blow up the whole damn thing if they're smart. And then you got the Super Bowl champs. That's right. The Super Bowl champs getting ready to make another run. And we've got a lot of unanswered questions heading into the draft with this team. To me, the Dallas Goedert situation, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, we got to wonder what the hell's going on there. Then, I still think you need a safety. I think if you looked at one position on this team that needs in desperate need of a starter, that safety position, even more so than that cornerback position. Can the Eagles trade Bryce Huff? Who knows? Who the hell knows? And then, what are they going to do in the draft? I said this, and I'm going to say this again. I believe, and I'm on record for saying I believe the Eagles are trading up. I believe the Eagles want to move up in this draft. I think the Eagles like moving up in the first round and going and getting their guys. I think the approach and the philosophy is if we like a guy and he's there, we're going to have to go up and get him because we're usually too good to just sit there and wait. And they don't sit there and wait. Look at all the first rounds in recent histories that they have traded up for, okay? It happens. Devontae Smith, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, okay? These guys were all guys that they had to trade up for. I think the Eagles will trade up again. Now, nothing is set in stone. We'll have to see how the draft falls. I mean, if you look at the draft and where the Eagles are going to go position-wise, it could be a lot of places, right? Safety is where I hope it works out because I think that's the biggest hole in your team. Number two, the edge rusher may be where you have to go because it may be the best player on the board. Tight end if you go out and you trade Dallas Goedert. And then the other spot is possibly offensive lineman. We've got to consider that the Eagles could go offensive lineman early in this draft. I don't necessarily know that they'll do it in the first round, but I think the Eagles are looking at offensive linemen probably more for like second, third round tight spot. But if you look, the Eagles they're hosting another offensive lineman. Eagles to host Ohio State offensive lineman pre-draft. Okay, the Eagles will soon be hosting Ohio State.
What if we was in quarantine? Come on, bros been left in the yard for a week. Shotgun confidence, COVID free. Could have brought back long and it's sneezer. Cheesy TV, circle the spot, but it's cool. Can't never forget my ski. Kevlar gloves when I grip that sentry on the M-way. And I'm bringing the jigsaw. Collecting section 18 from touring off. You got boss by me. Scoring off, you got boss.
Alright, that pebble jumping sheet, lid is beat up, coming that heavy metal ground. You got a business, bro. Setting and storing that rock. I think with a brand new book. That might have guys who shop doing that easy, but this thing rocks.
Moves look like cash. I don't see pennies. My team got plenty. I'm the one that hit one. Moves look like cash. I don't see pennies. My team got plenty. I'm the one that hit one. Moves look like cash. I don't see pennies. My team got plenty. I'm the one that hit one. Moves look like cash. I don't see pennies. My team got plenty.
Out here, you'd be hard-pressed to find an unhappy dog. Of course, some are happier than others. Toys and treats, beds and meds. We've got everything you'll need.
Welcome to Tractor Supply and to life out here.
My mom was my best friend. Boy, do I miss her. My marathon is for the American Heart Association. In honor of a life that means the world to me.
What would you like the power to do?
Dewey's got to give it up. Metsu sees it, and a traveling violation. You know, I think that's why Thibodeau might have called that timeout, is to change coverage a little bit, because they're double teaming Booker.
I like it. I'm glad, Bob. That's why you and I are a team, you know?
Yeah.
And still Taylor. Trying to get back up. And the fans are right behind him here. There is Taylor.
Keep him down. Keep him down.
He gets loose. Taylor, 3 feet. He goes down again. Hayes covers him, hooks the leg. This could, no, it's not over yet.
I know the frustration you got there, Dallas.
Yeah, I
He's had the man pinned 3 or 4
No,
times.
he is not having been in any situation. So much animosity between the two men leading into this match. It's become a great match. Taylor has shown a great deal of tenacity, of desire, and Taylor and Page are going at it.
Well, maybe Terry Taylor can get a discount rate at the hospital since his aunt's in there for surgery.
Here, takedown.
You know this, Taylor.
What? That is not his name. Sorry, isn't his name?
It isn't his name? It is his name.
Page with extra leverage.
Not his uncle, I know that.
I know that too. They are hanging for the Raptors, as the old cliche goes, because every seat is filled here.
I've seen a few people here that should be hunting the Raptors with a small rope.